Hey everybody, so I just wanted to do a quick video. My last video caught me thinking about some of the things I really missed about being a photographer. So I talked a bit last time about how, owning this indoor play space was definitely a lot more stressful for some aspects. And I want to give you a little bit more insight on that. So one of the things I really miss about being a photographer is the ease of my schedule. So with a place like this, you have a set amount of hours and people expect you to be open those hours. So I always have to have either me or an employee be here during those hours. And I feel like that's really hard on me because with photography, I used to be able to say, hey, I'm only gonna shoot on Fridays. And so then I would only be out of the house that one day or whatever. And then the rest of the week, I just kind of, puzzled in my editing time or my contract emailing time. It made it a lot more easier to kind of not have to be someplace at all time. And then with Imagine Play, I generally try to pick up a lot of shifts too. So you'll see me here a lot because one of the biggest costs or expense for us is labor. So whatever we can do to kind of cut that cost by either me working a shift or working a few shifts that week really helps, because any money that we can keep in our pocket really will help us thrive and grow in the future. So I just miss not having to, just be locked down to a set amount of hours or a set place. And then when I'm here, I just can't leave unless there's somebody else here that's capable of running the ship by themselves. So I mentioned in my last video how I went from 100 clients a year to like 300 clients a month, and how that volume is a little bit stressful on me. And one of the things I loved about photography is that you kind of can choose your clients. So if some reason, your contact with them, your phone call with them didn't seem like it jived very well, you could basically say, hey, I don't really think I'm the right fit for you, but here is a recommendation from 3 or 4 hours that I feel really will fit your style or really give you what you want. And I feel like with photography, that being able to pick the right clientele for you causes far less confusion and far less client complaints. With Imagine Play, we don't get the ease of that. I don't get to pick and choose who comes through that door today, and not every single person that comes through the door are people that fit the ideals of what I want Imagine Play to be. So that makes it kind of hard. That really is one of the basis of why sometimes we get customer complaints. The other thing I miss is not having employees. Employee factor really adds another element to the equation. Before, if I made changes or made decisions, I didn't have to communicate that to anybody else. It was all on me. And I feel like with my employees, even though they're great, is that everybody learns differently, everybody communicates differently, so you have all these factors that go involved with managing a team. And I miss not having to do that, not making sure that everybody's on the same page, and being able to make changes without having to cause any confusion. So those things are like things that you kind of take for granted when you are changing into a whole new business. So hopefully that gives you a little bit more insight on my career change and how it's really affected me in my life. I still think that I'm doing a really great thing for the communities, although sometimes I feel like it's really challenging. One of the things I love about Imagine Play is that we definitely bring in more net than my photography career ever did. So I really see a light at the end of the tunnel for Imagine Play. I think that it could be a really great incentive for me in the future. Just right now, we're going through a hard time, and I'm sure that I will have more videos this year about talking about all the hardships that we have and all the rewards that we have as well. Okay. Talk to you later. Bye.